meet the starting lineup for the visiting Brooklyn Nets. At power forward, Yuta Watanabe. Now introducing the starter for your Dallas Mavericks. In the middle, 7 foot.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Tonight, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets as they play against the Dallas Mavericks at the American Airlines Center. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. So the Nets starting five. We've got Matisse Thybulle. Joe Harris is out there with Simmons. And it's Watanabe in at the four slot. And for Dallas, Kyrie Irving is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Wood in at the four spot. And Greg, we're still very early in the season. What are these teams right now doing to maintain success through the year?
Well, this is the time for coaches to experiment with lineup combinations. And for the players, it's important they learn each other's tendencies and try and work on building chemistry.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Doncic finds Wood. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Christian Wood has shown himself capable of being a 20-10 guy. But now he's looking to show he can be a winner as well.
And you hear about impacting winning? How does Wood, Greg, take the next step in that regard?
Well, Kevin, we know he can make shots and block shots. I think it's just about consistency and decision-making. And then defensively, I think he's more than capable. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Hardaway. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. And Doncic, here we go. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And great court awareness there helps Luka find an opening, and he just explodes on the drive.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That three off the mark. For Brooklyn, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Simmons passes to Harris. Hardaway with the steal. And there's the drive. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight.
And how great are they playing? 4 for 4 shooting to start this one.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside Irving. Pass to Hardaway. The Mavericks rebound. Wood kicks to Doncic. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. And the shot is good.
A playmaker of Doncic's talents wasn't missing that gap. He quickly gets the ball to the wide open man. And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years. Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in. Greg, it just seems for the Mavs it's all about finding the right fit for the role player.
That's why this team was willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you can see them look a lot like the Harden era Rockets.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nerlens Noel checks in for Watanabe. Johnson comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Thomas subbed in for Joe Harris.
There's such a great pace to Kyrie's game. That mid-range jumper, look, it's one of the best in the game.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Now, here's Doncic. 33 points last game. Hardaway against Johnson.
2 minutes remaining.
Pulls from the top of the key. Hardaway, no good.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
On the wing, Johnson jacks up a 3. He can't get that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And they backed it up with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
And it'll be the Mavericks with their first time out here of the game.
Well, I play for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Wood. Reggie Bullock comes in for Hardaway. And Josh Green subbed in for Doncic. And then for Brooklyn, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Curry subbed in for Simmons. And well over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
Curry looking around. Noel. And Noel throws it down.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Curry with the steal. Johnson finds Noel. Back to Johnson. The Nets working the ball around now. It's Curry outside. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met, but what a great game.
And it's Bullock missing. Brooklyn leading by 4. From deep, Johnson drains the three-pointer.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Noel against Irving. From deep, Green. Here's Powell. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Nets lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
Get out of your seat and on your feet.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 5-point game. Christian Wood is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Green. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Doncic in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And that's the way to close. Once Doncic has this type of look, game over.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Ben Simmons, the epitome of a point forward.
He passes it well and plays huge for a guard at 6'11". It's crazy. It is very rare to see a player of his size with his skill set.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. Throws it up high. And that's going to be a travel.
Next ball.
Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Hornets.
And, you know, you have to feel terrible about how that thing turned out. I mean, the game was really going about as expected until they just gave up that huge surge there late in the game, totally lost momentum, and ended up losing it.
On the wing, Hardaway. Defended by Thibault. Here's Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Watanabe passes to Curry. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on JaVale McGee. The Nets have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt early.
Undrafted coming out of college in 2013, Seth Curry only played 48 games in his first 3 seasons, spending most of the time destroying the G League.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And when you look at what he's doing now, it's hard to believe that Seth was ever kept off an NBA roster.
He's made quite the career for himself as one of the league's great three-point shooters and just an efficient scorer from all three levels.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Your junior D-Town crew.
Here's Wood. And he also played really well in that win against the Raptors. And McGee kicks to Hardaway. And there's the pass to Doncic. Pass to McGee. Oh, that's blocked. In the corner, it's Harris. Pass to Watanabe. Here's Simmons. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Hardaway with it. Out guarded by Simmons. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And Green now, top of the key. Outside Hardaway. They get it back. Here's Wood. He kicks it to McGee. Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Harris, no good. Mavericks trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Watanabe. Here's Simmons. Wood with the block.
Nope, not a great idea to test Wood. He'll send that shot right back.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Outside Hardaway. Dallas again turning it over. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Reggie Bullock comes in for Hardaway. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Green. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Here's Simmons. He's off on that one. Nice D from Doncic. The Maverick shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Knocks down the step-back J. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter. Greg, we know from time to time things get pretty chippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Oh, guys tend to talk a little trash, and that could rattle you. That could bother you at times, but you really just try to maintain your focus and keeping your eye on the prize.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. And then for Brooklyn, Nerlens Noel checks in for Watanabe. Johnson comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Thomas subbed in for Joe Harris. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And DA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD.
3 points.
The two players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. We'll hit those all day long. David, thank you. Bullock passes to Doncic. From downtown, Johnson with the rebound.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
And Simmons slams it in.
Assisted.
Authoritative move by Simmons, throwing it down on the defense.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 14. This one for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 7 now in this quarter.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Johnson gets the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Doncic. That's tipped. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Back to Simmons. Good.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're
it.